Alright, good evening everybody. It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlog. The Houston Texans have the 16th pick of the 2015 NFL Draft. I'm here to talk about who they select for this pick. Now the Texans went 9-7 last season. Not bad even with lack of inconsistent play at quarterback. Now there were a couple of good games by quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he is not a good starter for this team and he's actually no longer with the team. He's now with the New York Jets. So they needed to fill in the void at quarterback, and they did do some made some acquisitions over the offseason with Ryan Mallett from the New England Patriots, and they signed Brian Hoyer from the Cleveland Browns to a 2-year, $10.5 million contract. Those were some interesting pickups. I'm not really sure. I think they could still go with a quarterback with this selection possibly. And hopefully Marcus Mariota can be available. They might look at him at quarterback, but we will see. And they did pick up Tom Savage in the 2014 NFL Draft, so I think they're going to wing things out and try to see the tryout between these three particular quarterbacks, but it looks like Brian Hoyer is the starting quarterback as of today. Now they can also use a wide receiver to replace Andre Johnson. He's actually been released from the team, and they don't really have too much great depth wide receiver in their depth chart. Now they did pick up Cecil Shorts from the Jacksonville Jaguars, but he is not a #1 target. He is more of a #2 or slot receiver, and they do have DeAndre Hopkins, who could be that #1 guy at wide receiver. So there's still a little bit of hope with that. But as far as their position players behind them, like Devier Posey and Nate Washington, I don't really like the depth at wide receiver, so they can possibly look for a wide receiver with this selection. Now on the defensive side, two positions where I think that they need to focus on is at cornerback and safety. Now they do have Kareem Jackson, who's a good cornerback, but they need to work a good player to work opposite of him. And at safety, they have a decent safety in DJ Swearinger. He did have 73 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions last season, but he's not an overall stud that I'm looking for. And they did pick up Raheem Moore from the Denver Broncos, which was a decent pickup, but I think they could use a good stud at safety for this particular selection. So the actual debate is between cornerback, wide receiver, and safety for their first pick. And I'm actually going to go with safety in this one because I still have Landon Collins out of Alabama, who is still available, and I think he could definitely help address things up in the safety position with the secondary. And I think him and DJ Swearinger can definitely knock a couple heads on that defensive side. And with the addition of Raheem Moore, that's a decent pickup. But I think that Swearinger and Landon Collins can be very dangerous at the safety position. I was really debating between those three positions, but I have to go with safety in this one. And then they have to focus on cornerback and wide receiver with their next picks. Now the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be tomorrow, where I will talk about pick number 17 belonging to the San Diego Chargers. Thank you for watching today's vlog. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.